here I am at Hellfest with Therapy.
Hiya, all right.
How are you lot doing?
Really good, thanks. Yeah, really brilliant.
Yeah. Well, your last album was in 2012. What else is happening on that, the recording front?
We've finished a new album.
Excellent.
We whittled down 17 tracks to 11. They're all done. They go out on the October. I think the album's being released.
Right. Yeah. Excellent. And how would you describe it to your last album?
Well, this one is more in the direction of classic Therapy. It's got really catchy choruses, a bit like some of the stuff we did in the 90s.
Right.
So it's still got really good grooves, really melodic bass lines, and really good riffing and good songs.
Yeah.
So it's more song based than opposed to like sprawling instrumentals. So it's really direct and powerful and heavy and big massive riffs on there.
Oh,
yeah, it's quite ferocious.
Quite ferocious. That sounds really good. Yeah. I mean, the press I know in the past has tried to pigeonhole you into different types of styles and things, and hasn't quite worked. And the way I looked at it was like you're an older band having new ideas.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's the way it is. I mean, where some bands play the same sort of style all the time, you throw them out, and that's really what confused them sometimes.
Yeah, I think the way we are as people, and like we're fans of music, so we're always kind of listening to new things. And I think it's just natural that as a musician you want to progress and bring different elements in, 'cause it keeps it fresh for us. You know, I think a lot of bands do find a formula and kind of stick to that, which is, I kind of admire that as well.
Yeah.
But I imagine for us that's not really, you know, I think that would take a lot of the fun out of it if you had a very strict set of guidelines of what you could and couldn't do on your record. And we've been quite lucky in that pretty much our core die-hard fans know there will be a fresh element to every record, and I think they look forward to that. So it's good, and it keeps us on our toes as well.
Absolutely.
You don't become complacent.
Yeah, absolutely. And on about fans wherever you play, I mean, today's Hellfest and you're playing a little bit later on. The crowd's been quite immense so far out there, so how are you really looking forward to it?
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, we've never done this festival before, and we haven't played a French festival since like probably the early 2000s, you know what I mean? And to come back here on such a beautiful day at such a well-run festival and know that we're on one of the bigger stages with like legends like Iron Maiden, Rob Zombie, you know what I mean? And even Satan, you know what I mean? It's just fantastic.
Of course, you were part of the Ozzy Osbourne thing, weren't you, with the cover?
Yeah.
Are you planning to do any more sort of covers?
We actually had rehearsed and demoed a cover for this album, but we haven't recorded it yet, so we might do. We're actually talking the song we were listening to in the van today. We were talking about doing, but I think the priorities, because we've got so many of our new songs, and I think with those, a lot of the cover things, it's quite cool because back in the 90s. There was a lot of singles and different formats, and that was always a good way for us to let off steam and play tribute to our heroes and stuff. And the Aussie thing was really cool as well, because that was, you know, obviously Black Sabbath were one of our favourite bands, you know, so that was good to do. But nothing's definite. But I'm sure we'll probably record a few covers soon.
So it's out there somewhere. It's gonna be. Keep your eyes open. You never know. And like the Black Sabbath and everybody else, I mean, who, if you could truly play with on stage with them, who would you want to play with?
The jam with them?
Yeah, go on stage.
I don't know, there's a lot of bands. I suppose really for me it would have been, it's different now because most of them are dead, the Ramones.
Oh, brilliant
bands, or else the Undertones or something. Bands from when I was a kid, I suppose. Because your modern bands now, from being around 20 years, we know most of them, so that almost the magic's gone, but somebody that we haven't really met, you know what I mean, from back in the day would have been great.
Yeah, I think someone like the Undertones would be good, because we obviously did the Aussie thing.
Yes.
We've done, we did a song with Bruce from Iron Maiden, and you know, those are kind of, maybe Metallic. Actually, I'm a big Metallic fan.
Yeah, well, you never know.
So you know,
ask them nicely.
Cool, and they're pretty cool guys as well.
And they're at Glastonbury, aren't they? So you've always got the chance of, and Sonosphere, so you've got the chance of one of those is running onto the stage and joining in without them knowing.
I'm being let off immediately by security. I'm taken off the festival site and shot.
I don't want to get tasered at the side of stage by Metallica security. No thanks.
And buried somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
I'll wait for the invite.
There's a lot of unmarked graves all over the world, apparently, for people that have tried to grab Lars.
Really? And with your new album coming out, how would you like to see it? Do you want to see it on CD, download, vinyl, or tape, or all
Everything.
four?
Everything.
I think realistically it'll probably come out on download CD with a limited run on vinyl. That's the last one. But vinyl for our fans. A lot of record companies for us in the late 90s and early 2000s because no one buys vinyl anymore. But recently we've had to put our last 2 albums out on vinyl because the bundles
everybody's
are
buying, yeah.
So I think I'll definitely vinyl and download actually might have the edge over CD. I think CD's the one that's suffering.
It might have been because vinyl costs more to make than anything else. That might have been.
Yeah, probably was. Yeah, and they can't get it made somewhere nefarious for someone working for 1p an hour. Bastards.
So, all the places you've played, what has been your favourite so far?
It's weird. I mean, we've done quite so much different stuff. I like stuff like the very first Monsters of Rock we did in '94 with Aerosmith, but I also like stuff like every time we played the Ulster Hall in Northern Ireland because when we were kids, that's where we went to see all the big bands. And then we've done some really, like South America. We've done South America. And some places like Argentina was really, really nice, but also things like Reunion Island off the south tip of Madagascar. We played there once, like about 3 or 4 years ago. But I quite like playing Irish shows, obviously, because they're always memorable. But things like today, we always say it's good to be on midway through the bill because if you arrive in your headline, in some places maybe like Belgium and Holland will headline festivals, but we're hanging around all day. Whereas something like today in the sunshine, you know, we can finish playing and then I can go and see Godflesh and Electric Wizard. So it'll be really cool.
Be good fun, isn't it? I always ask a random question. Marmite, love it or hate it?
I love Marmite. I prefer Vegemite because it's less salty.
I love Marmite, absolutely love it.
Ah, 2 out of 2. Hey, this is good. No, I don't often get everybody who likes it. This is good.
Have you heard about the Marmite cupcakes?
No.
There's a big court case at the minute. A girl in England made some, in her website, made Marmite cupcakes, but apparently she stole the recipe from somebody online that had invented it, and it's all kicked off.
Oh dear.
So, but I didn't think about the litigious details. All I thought about was, Marmite cupcakes.
I'm not sure how that works. Sweet Marmite.
Could be an acquired taste.
Yeah.
We would make it work.
It's like the chocolate curry that's going around.
What?
Chocolate curry? No.
You see, is there a chocolate curry?
Yeah, you can buy it.
I was going to say that's Satan's work, but if it's very, 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 very dark chocolate, that might be nice.
I don't know.
I could say that.
So we always end up talking about food. I don't know why.
No, we like food.
We like food. I think that's it mainly. Yeah. So if you know on about covers, you said this one. You know you might have in the pipeline. Would you ever cover like one of the pop stars of today as a bit of a laugh? Who and you know?
I mean, I like a lot. Believe it, I like an awful lot of pop. I mean, stuff. I bought Lana Del Rey's new album yesterday. I think she's amazing. One of my favourite albums of last year was Miley Cyrus's.
Yeah,
it really was. So something like that might be quite good, and in fact, something like that might be a bit better because it's an unusual choice.
Yeah,
especially Lana Del Rey. I mean, if you some of the songs on Infernal Love with all the cellos and strings, it wouldn't really have been out of place on Lana Del Rey album.
Yeah.
Something like Me Versus You or Battles of Love. So something like that's quite a good challenge, I think, rather than, it'd be easy for us to do Stiff Little Fingers, the Undertones, whatever.
Yeah.
But something like Lana Del Rey, Miley Cyrus, you know, they're the records now, they're the pop records that I buy.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't touch any other pop records unless it's... I think I don't really like X Factor stuff or anything like that, but I don't mind if someone's an honest pop artist.
Yeah.
And says, look, I do pop music, that's what I do, end of. I don't mind that. It's when people get sneaky and say, oh, you know, try and sneak in the back door, or X Factor to me is cheating. You've got to kind of lift up. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you still have your first musical instrument?
Sadly not.
Right.
Sadly not, no.
That's quite interesting. A lot of people do, for some reason or other. Either it might not be the instrument, it might be the bass cab or the amp or something, still have their original.
I threw mine out. His first musical instrument I actually had was a trombone. I played trombone for years in the primary school orchestra, and then in the school orchestra when I went to secondary school. And then when I left, I never touched it since I left secondary school. And it was up in our attic. And then I've moved house like 8 times or something since I moved, and it always came with me.
Yeah.
And when the recent house I'm in, I got it down out of the attic, and I thought, you know what? maybe should take this up again in midlife crisis, you know, go and join a brass band somewhere. I got it out and it was all bent and it wouldn't play.
No.
So I actually had to take it to a dump. I had to take it to the recycle. And it broke my heart because it's been in my possession since I was like 8 years of age.
Yeah, it seems to be sentimental, the first one that gets you on the road, but evidently not in your case.
I've actually got my first amp.
Oh, you got your first amp. See, that's something. You always keep something.
K-Sound 50 watt solid state.
Oh.
Combo.
Yeah.
I'd be scared to plug it in. I'd be a death trap. Hearing about a musician getting electrocuted in Northern Ireland.
Probably somebody in like Japan would pay you like $2,000 for that.
Yeah, it could be worth it.
Yeah,
I'd research it if I were you.
Very obscure, that one.
Yeah. Right. Okay. It looks like we're coming to the end of the interview. I'd like to say thank you so much for giving me some of your time today.
Oh, thank
it's
you
been
very much.
very good fun.
Thank you so much.
I enjoyed it immensely.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Have a good weekend.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.